What's up, YouTube? What a mess of parts here, huh? So, my last video, I kind of showed you the Huina 583 wheel loader, and I said I had some plans for that. And those plans have started. So, if y'all know, the main drawback to this unit when it's stock is the stock steering servo. It's very slow. I'm going to fudge this name, I'm sure, but Woolbox, if I get that to focus, WUEHLBOX.com. They're in Switzerland. They offer two different variations. So this is the stock unit. That's very, very slow, plastic. They offer a replacement bolt-in like this, minus soldering in the leads. That's, I believe, from straight to lock, it's 0.5 of a second, so half a second. I think that means from straight to one side, not from one side to the other side, but I could be wrong. But their other option is a all-metal gearbox with a metal mounting plate. It's just slightly slower at 0.7. That's the option I went with. And if I can pick this up without falling apart. So if you've ever had one apart, first of all, I guess the wheels have a center cap in them. And you have to drill the center cap out to get to the screws. And I'll tell you why in a little bit, why I took the wheels off. But to get this, if I can get it in the, if I could see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then that's the main screw. That main screw is this screw. That's its pivot screw. You take all those bolts out, and the bottom doesn't lift out. The actual top lifts off. That's where I kind of messed up and I had a hard time getting it off there. So here's the new unit. Like I said, it's aluminum. It's a metal gearbox. It does require you to tape these wires up a little better. Tape them to the motor. Solder the new leads on. And another problem with these, I guess the older versions didn't come with a resistor in here on the positive lead to the motor, and you could burn up the motherboard. And I didn't really see that in the directions when I bought the Servo. They sell the right resistor. I believe it's like 5 amp, half ohm. So I had to order some of those from Amazon, so I have them coming, so I can't actually complete it. But you can see it's a much beefier unit. It's all metal, and that wool.com actually offers all of these in replacement parts. You can get the motor, you can get the gearbox, you can get the gear underneath. So if anything would go wrong, you can get the parts for it separately. So we'll move on a little bit. And why I kind of waited to do this, I wanted to do this whole project and paint it right, like the Liebherr 580 should be. And you'll note, when you take this part off, I just unplugged that from the motherboard. This is why the unit's so heavy. It has 4 pieces of metal rod, almost like rebar in there, for ballast. So I thought that was pretty cool. But this whole unit, and actually now that I've researched the colors, I don't know if you can see where I'm at here. The bottom part, this bottom part needs to be gray. I stopped at O'Reilly, and it just so happens that Duplicolor Dark Shadow Gray looks like it matches the bucket color perfectly. Of course, I got primer. So this will all get gray. The bottom's going to get gray. The front fenders. And here's another tip. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's one under here. 5 screws, and these side panels pull off. Actually, I still have the screws out of them. And this was kind of interesting anyways, because this unit is very well built. That side cover comes off, then there's 2 screws in the back that hold the fenders on. And these front fenders will be the gray also. But it's all ball bearing supported. I mean, it's really put together very nice. I probably won't get this back on right, but we'll get it close. So that's going to be the paint project. And the cab, I won't show you all the pieces, but everything unbolts so the cab completely comes apart. And this is going to be the white. And I don't know if you can see it, but the interior's over there. Somewhere, let's see, about right back there's the interior. So I'm going to try to find a driver figure for it. So that's going to be cool. I have that. Now, get back to the tires and the wheels. Another complaint is, well, the tires are stiff for one, and I don't have a stock wheel anymore, but there's plastic ribs in here that actually were so big they wouldn't let the tires deflect at all. So one of the tips is to cut all the ribs out of there, which I did with side cuts, and then I took a grinder with 80 grit wheel on it just to get the plastic off of there. But with the ballast in there, and the unit is heavy, I want a step further, and this wheel is done. So you can see I still have very good deflection with the tire, although they are stiff. But what I did was took, let me get one back here. I have a whole package of Automotive wheel weights. One strip is 12 wheel weights, which is, I think it's 6 ounces. So the first layer took 12 of them plus 1, so you had 6 1/4 ounces. Sorry about the dogs. And then I went up further and put another layer over it. So I actually have 6.78 ounces or something on a wheel. So times that by 4, and it came out to like 1.68 pounds that I'm going to add to the unit. So I think that's going to help. That's going to get some weight down low. That's going to be really cool. Well, that's about it. I'll give another update video once I get that resistor in place. While I'm waiting for that, I have plenty of time to do the painting. And then I'll get this put back together, and then we'll do a video out in the sand pit too. So until I get another video going, we'll talk to you guys later.